everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new The Amazing Digital Circus song. This is a CAINE song, You're in a New Home, by Caleb Hyles. And this is... Okay, I had to just verify that real quick before I made a fool out of myself. This is his second song about ADC. The first one being Who Am I? I'm looking forward to this because of the fact that episode 2 is about to come out, literally in a couple of hours from here. I won't be able to react to it until probably Monday, because the first time I did a reaction to ADC for the pilot episode, that took me like 45 minutes. So I'm expecting the second one to be about the same length. But I'm looking forward to it. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, however, a link will be in the description below if you want to watch this video without my commentary, because I will be pausing, I will be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started.
Before creation, I was there. Before a man said his first prayer. Before the tides began to turn to war and bloodshed. Inside of you, I live and breathe in equal parts, man and machine. Creative AI entity. So we sink to the bottom. You'll never know.
Okay. The first thing I like here is the fact that, like, this is a very upbeat sounding song, but when you listen to the lyrics, there are certain points where, like, it gets pretty dark pretty quickly. But I like the fact that it keeps the tone. If you've seen ADC and you know who CAINE is, CAINE being this guy here, the eyeballs inside the plastic teeth chattering toy, you know that CAINE has this air of, like, he doesn't really seem like he's telling the characters everything that he knows. And at the same time, it almost acts as if he's just part of the show, despite the fact that it also feels like he's running it. And so he has this air of, like, omniscience, but also a little bit of malevolence to it. But at the same time, also just a lot of, like, innocence. Like, he projects all of these things all at once. And it's a fascinating aspect of his character. So I like how Caleb is managing to capture that with these lyrics. Like, the song itself is pretty upbeat. It's pretty, you know, I'm not going to say lighthearted, but energetic. The lyrics, for the most part, seem relatively, you know, innocent until you get to certain parts, like, you know, the line before all the lore, what is it? All the war and bloodshed. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't say that. But when he said that, I'm like, okay, that's a little darker than the rest of it. Like, and then where I paused right now, you'll never know just what I am. Like, yeah, are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? Are you the leader? Are you a pawn? Like, that is a good summary right here of what CAINE is, honestly.
Know just what I am, and I'll never let you understand. Yeah, you're in a new home. Yeah, you're in it. So just shut up and play my games. We'll never know who is to blame. Yeah, you're in a new home. Yeah, you're in it. I'm a ringleader in the circus, and you are my little toys. Be grateful for new adventures to keep you safely bored.
Oh boy.
Every day is a new beginning.
See, that right there. That scene there, perfect example of what I was talking about. Right here. That's a perfect example of exactly how most people feel about CAINE. Just like, he looks innocent. It looks like he's not really doing much, but he's watching everything. And he's got a lot of twisted ideas, I'm sure, to come up later on in the show.
Every day is a new beginning, and I'm here for the fun. I will not think about the ending because I wait.
What's an ending?
You'll never know
Did he just T-pose?
the ending because I wait.
What's an ending?
You'll never
Yeah, he did.
know just what I am, and I'll never let you understand. Yeah, you're in a new home. Yeah, you're in it. So just shut up and play my games. We'll never know who is to blame. Yeah, you're in a new home. Yeah, you're in it. You'll never know just what I am.
The characterization that they've given, that the animator has given CAINE for this is just hilarious. Between the tree pose and that very, very like stunted like marching step that he's doing with like the little hand waving, like it's very showman like, but it's also very simplistic. And I feel like it fits CAINE pretty well because it's very, again, very showman like. So it's like he's showing off. It's like he's trying to entertain, but at the same time, it also feels a little off, just like the character feels a little off, and I really appreciate that, honestly. It just adds a little bit more to, like, what's going on with the song.
You'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am. You'll never know just what I am. You'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am. You'll never know just what I am. You'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am. I'll never know just what I am.
Okay, so the one thing that I think would have been really nice as an effect here when he's repeating those same lyrics over and over and over again is that the longer it goes, the more faded out and echoey it is, like almost like Kane's going to the void. Um I think that would have been kind of a neat effect where like because it looks like we're transitioning into the void here with like the way the background is starting to look. So like it would have been kind of nice that as like CAINE as his character model like faded away from the screen, his voice became more distorted and more echoey and more like distant. I think that would have been kind of a nice touch leading up to this line here popping up. But that's just my personal preference. I think that would have like fit in very well with what we're seeing on the screen while also being a little bit more of a callback to when Pomni ended up in the void, since it looks like we're transitioning into the void here. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen next, so I don't know if this is actually the void or if it's just like clouds or what this is. But this looks like we're going into like that white void space that like that CAINE warned Pomni about, and that Pomni eventually ended up in. So I'm curious to see like where it's gonna go next. But if I were like editing this, I think I would have like made it so that as CAINE pulled away from the screen, his voice got more and more echoey and distant.
What was I meant to anyway? Am I not just being right? What was I meant to anyway? Am I not just being right? What was I meant to anyway? Am I not just being right? What was I meant to anyway? Am I not just being right?
And so at that point, with like all the static and stuff like that, what I would have done is as the lyrics changed, I would have had the vocals come back into focus until we get to this part here. So as he's repeating the first set of lyrics, it would have gotten more and more distant, and then as it switched, it would have like come back together as if like, you know, he was starting to lose his mind and then he comes back into clarity. That's again just a personal preference of what I probably would have done with that particular section. But I'm mostly saying that so that way it breaks up the monotony of like just having the lyrics repeat itself over and over again, just to make it a little more interesting. But I mean, you know, I'm not a musician, so like maybe that wouldn't have worked. Maybe they tried that and it didn't work. I don't know. But I would have probably put that in there just to make it seem a little bit more interesting in that part. Like that part wasn't bad, but it only caught my attention because of the fact that I was thinking about like how I would like spruce it up, you know?
I wonder, restless I leadeth you to punishment for my face.
I was not expecting us to go into like a sort of like Broadway musical style and what we just listened after what we just listened to. Um, I'm curious. I'm always curious about this, but I'm curious as to like what compelled um Caleb to write the song like this specifically. Like, I would like to know his thought processes. Just like I would like to know like any musician's thought processes on how they came up with certain elements of the song and what like eventually drove them to making the decisions they made to create the song, you know?
Was falling. I knew I never was enough. You'll never know just what I am, and I'll never let you understand. Ha! Yeah, you're in a new home. Yeah, you're in it. So just shut up and play my games. We'll never know who is to blame. Yeah, you're in a new home.
Can I just say that with him faded out like this looks like a little like that looks like a skull, like a cartoony skull inside of a helmet, rather than teeth and eyes. With him faded out like that and the light behind him, that is, if that's not indicative of something like dangerous coming with him, I'm not sure what is. That was fun. Caleb always impresses me with the way he approaches certain elements in his songs. And that right there, that was a lot of fun. Again, I would have done some stylistic changes to like that one particular section. And I would love to have heard the thought process as to how this song came to be, like all the creative processes that eventually led to the final product. But that was a really fun song, honestly. And I cannot wait for Amazing Digital Circus episode 2 to come out tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me. I am Arkoff12, and I will see you in the next video.